farm update. Okay, so it's June 5th and things are finally growing. Well, at least that's what it feels like. They're starting to get a little bit taller over here. I was worried. I was like, dude, but I do this every single time. I'm like, are they gonna grow? Are they gonna bloom? Oh, I panic every time. And this year I am doing like 3 times as much as last year. Mira, look at the sweet baby. She's so beautiful. She's a queen. Chantilly snaps are the best thing. The best, most beautiful snapdragon IMO, in my opinion. Madame Butterfly is a close second, but Chantilly snaps are so beautiful. I love them and I talk about them all the time. So they're the first ones. A few bloomed. Oh, there's a foxglove too. Okay, let me show you guys. So not enough for bouquets yet. Look at her. Look at the inside. Hold on. See the inside of the tongue? Pretty and speckled. So everything's growing. Here I was feeling like growing kind of slow, but in zone 5, it's significantly colder outside of the farm than in town in Colorado Springs. I'm like 40 minutes away from like the west part of Colorado Springs. So I start seeing stuff blooming in town. I'm like, where are my flowers? They're here. All I gotta do is be patient. So right now, looking at the farm, I have tons and tons of snapdragons, my favorite. Tons of snapdragons. I have lots of feverfew because I love that whimsy, airy feel. Lisianthus. You can't see, so I'll point. Lisianthus here. More snapdragons. Dahlias in that corner bed. I'm growing Sweet William for the first time. Lots of it. So I don't know what it's supposed to look like when it's getting ready to bloom. It was a little stressed out, and so then I covered it with row cover because the ground squirrels love to eat it. I blame them. So this is what the dianthus looks like right now. I'm pretty sure I started this like February. So we will see when this blooms. I'm keeping track of bloom times in the tunnel with and without row cover. I'm trying to get better at data collecting this year. So I have some stock interplanted with the Sweet Willie because stock is a one and done, and it's a line flower, so it just goes boop, straight up, and you can densely pack it. So I just went ahead and tucked it in anywhere that the ground squirrels either 1 ate a transplant or 2 a transplant didn't survive. I just tucked in some stock because I love it and it's beautiful and it's fragrant, and I don't want to have to do a whole bed of stock. I don't know. That's just what I felt like doing this year. So here I have Campanula stock right here, Ageratum that came back. So I'm just going to transplant it because I didn't start it from seed yet. But this is going to be just fine. I'm just going to pop these out and tuck them somewhere else because the color of Ageratum is beautiful. I have Campanula, these big boys right here. These huge things are feverfew that came back from last season. We will see if the quality is the same. And I already know that that it would be best for me to overwinter these in the fall. So I'm going to be doing a lot of low tunnels next season outside in the field. But this, I'm trying to see if you guys can see it. All right, this height right here. Oh, let me move this down. The height on this feverfew is like to my hip bone. And I'm about 5'5", so that's a pretty tall stem. I'm really excited to see what the quality is going to be. So if the quality is good, I'm going to go ahead and harvest from this plant. But if not, I have plenty of other things growing. So we have lots of snaps and then lots of feverfew because I love it. And then this year I'm doing a lot of foxglove and delphinium in the tunnel. I'm hoping that these will bloom for a wedding I have in August. The vision is tons of delphinium and foxglove. It's going to be very fairy garden wonderland. I love that vibe naturally. So they're growing beautifully. It took a long time. Okay, so I grew delphinium from seed because I didn't want to order it because I'm like, oh, I don't really want to spend that much money on trays when I've never grown them before. So giving it a shot. I shouldn't say never grown them. I grew a bunch and they died last year, so I thought 5 came back. I just wanted to try growing them from seed. It does take a long time. The germination on delphinium wasn't amazing. I still want to figure out what the best temperature was because I started all of my seeds at home. And then I brought them out here to the farm because it was a little warmer at home. Now all the summer stuff I can just start in our dome because it's very hot. So things have been germinating super quickly. But the delphinium, the ones that are surviving, they're coming along beautifully. So if they don't bloom this season, I will just buy some delphinium from any other local growers in my area for the wedding coming up. But hopefully, these being in the tunnel, I really want them tall and beautiful because I want to do a lot of big installments like on the floor. So hoping, I'm currently taking Florette's flower arranging workshop. I'm hoping to learn a lot of skills. I'm hoping, since I don't have experience with that, but I'll have plenty of flowers to play around with. So back to the tour. I don't have ADHD, I promise. I just think about a lot of things. We have delphinium. I have status planted in this bed. It's still very petite, but it'll take off. And then I have some blue lace flower right here. This is Lacy Facilia, and I already know I'm gonna love it. I already know I'm gonna love it. It's going to be incorporated into every cover crop mix. It's going to be used as foliage, and it's going to be used in market bouquets. I already know. Germinated in like 3 days. Very impressed. And it was maybe like 50 degrees in here. So wonderful. My climate, I'm learning more every year, trying to observe and notice what wants to grow here. There's another farm about an hour away. They're slightly lower elevation, but it's significantly warmer there. And they grow in tunnels. So I kept comparing my farm to their farm, and they're amazing, and I'm very inspired by them. But I have to keep reminding myself, my farm's going to look different. And I can grow different things on my farm. So yes, my season's gonna start a little bit later, which I'd like it earlier, but it's fine because I'm learning. I will overwinter a lot more, hopefully get things a lot sooner next season. Love to hit Mother's Day, ideally. I killed a bunch of ranunculus this year, but I will go show you guys what it looks like in the field right now. Because I kind of gave up on it after the third one. Trying it one more time. So, anywho's, things that I like to grow in colder weather will grow a lot better here at my farm. And I'm going to lean into that. And even if, you know, they had delphinium a month ago and I'm barely getting it right now, or they have Orlea right now and I'm barely, it's like this big, it's fine. Because if I can have it longer in the season, that means maybe for weddings around that time, like I can cater to the people that like the style that I want to grow in. You know what I mean? My aesthetic. My vibe. Como se dice. Anywho's, back to the point. I have a lot of stuff direct seeded here, and I kind of just winged it. So some of it looks really small, some of it's barely germinating. I honestly don't know what this is. It might be Bupleurum. Don't remember. That's calendula, that's cress. I think this is phlox. I don't really know. We'll wait till they bloom, but regardless, I'm going to use them. And then lots of larkspur, which took a long time to germinate. And then I have some that I grew in trays, which I like that a lot more. I just have a little bit, so it's in this area. So anywho's, that's the tunnel update. Now I'm going to go out to the field. So now I'm out in the field, and I killed a bunch of ranunculus. I drowned it, and I realize that now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to grow it in the tunnel. It's a little too much work, a little too much like fidgeting around, and since I don't know how to grow it yet, I don't want to buy a huge amount and just fill a 90-foot bed and then kill it again. So I had a few corms that I ordered last minute because I was online at like 3 a.m. and I think like Florell had some, and I'm like, yeah, I'll go ahead and order some. What's the worst that can happen? They don't grow. They're like, at this point, I've wasted so much money. Who cares? I should be more responsible. But so we have a perennial bed, and I just went ahead and put the corms in here. Can you see this? There's like 20 corms. The soils, it's been pretty cool. Our nights are still, I want to say like they bounce around the 40s. We've had quite a few 40-degree nights. Maybe one light freeze since I planted them. But they're sprouting, so if they grow, cool. If not, c'est la vie. I'm not even tripping on it anymore. I have some that I put in crates also as an experiment. I'll have to do a whole video about that because it's just been a process. But I'm growing plant. Oh, look, you can't see, but there's a ground squirrel in there right now. Anyways, back to the point. If I learn how to grow ranunculus, great. The anemone's doing really good. I'll make a video on that. But if not, until then, there's plenty of other shit going on at the farm. All right. So this is actually not the best of examples, but Echinacea is a little stressed out. I love Echinacea. That's also not a good one. My goodness. I promise this bed looks a lot better. The camera's just not the best. I have tons of Echinacea, yarrow, and lupine planted. We're putting perennials in all of the edges, the corner beds. Not the corner, Mark doesn't like that word. We have 10 bed plots, excuse me. So beds 1 and 10 in each plot, we're trying to put perennials in there to kind of create a mini hedgerow. So that's what's in that bed. And then there's the peonies. So you're supposed to disbud the peonies, right? I just put these in October. This is their first year. And I couldn't help myself. I just left like one bud on a few of the peonies. Ground squirrels are also nibbling at them. So this is really sad. I think they're ground squirrels. I blame them for everything, but see, very sad about it. They're like eating the stem and like just, I don't know if it's just super sweet in there, the sugar. I'm gonna go cut this off once I didn't bring shears with me. Trying not to be stressed out about it, but anyways, almost all the peonies came back. They're growing at different rates. Some of them are smaller than the others, but they look happy. Minus the ground squirrels or whoever the hell is eating at them. Ugh. But here you can see. I let this one blow open. She's beautiful. I need to go cut it off. But look how tiny this is. Tiny but mighty. I believe that's lemon or the Duchess. I don't really remember. But I have like 45 of them. And they're growing. And next year they'll be stronger and more robust. So it's okay if the ground squirrels took their little bites of them. I'm like, have your fill, eat your food, but please, there's so much more to eat. So in the field, we went ahead and just mulched this bed pretty heavily. This bed's prepared. I'm putting in snapdragons in probably in the morning because it's a little too late right now. I don't have the energy for it. The sun's like at its peak, but the sky is beautiful. Wow. Aerial shot. So beautiful. So my beds are 100 feet long out in the field, okay? They're 90 feet in my tunnel. So I keep feeling like, oh my gosh, I want to have like a really full looking farm. But 100-foot bed at 2.5 feet wide, that's 250 square feet of growing space. And it's a lot of space and I'm one person. So I'm trying to cut myself some slack and remember, don't compare farms, Sonia. You can grow so much in a small space. And I just feel like people come out to the farm, I'm like, here's my farm that I work at all day, and it like looks like a tiny patch. But when you are hand planting and you're tightly packing everything in and it takes you 4 hours to plant a bed of like 1,200 snapdragons, that's a lot of space. Okay, so yeah, the first row of snaps are under this little bit of row cover. I'm putting the next installment bop, 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 all the way down. So out here, since it's still fairly cool, I'm not putting any of my summer annuals out. Those are in the dome. I'll go show you guys because they look pretty beautiful. So I have a bunch of Sweet William, Dianthus, I like calling it Sweet Willie, be it as it may. Mulch pretty heavily in status in this bed. I have some more delphinium in the outer bed because again, perennials in the corners. So the shrubs right here, my little peony shrubs all the way down. Yeah. Those are our mini hedgerow, and then I have more echinacea. I got a lot of different colors because it's just so beautiful, and the seeds are quite large, so I feel like the birds are really going to appreciate that. You know, giving them a little habitat, and they'll go through frost, they'll come back first. So trying to really push on the perennials. They might take a little bit longer to grow, but they're beautiful, and I love them. So anyways, yeah, that is what the farm looks like right now. We've had so much rain in the past 3 weeks, I'd say. I'd have to ask Mark, but this is the most rain I've seen the past 4 years since living in Colorado. And it's beautiful. You see such a difference. Like, see this green? This is our farm. And then you can see like the next neighboring property. So you see the difference? Green, yellow, green, yellow. So what we're doing is slowly working, you know, piece by piece. Every year the soil health will be improving. We're amending with compost, deep mulch. And I'm almost out of compost for the season. I have to order more. I haven't found another compost provider because the people we bought from last year, they sold their company. So I'm just going to try to focus on cover cropping what I can because I can't afford to buy more mulch right now because I've had to fund the farm out of my own pocket. So next season, I'm going to buy a lot more mulch. But for this, compost for this season, I'm going to use what we have. Going to go through with some compost tea once everything starts flowering, just to keep feeding the microbes and just try to keep a diversity of plants because it's what I can do. And I'll get plenty of mulch, so that's going to be my biggest investment. Obviously compost is ideal, but do what you can with what you have, and it's what I'm working with. Alrighty, so that's a little plant tour. I'm gonna show you guys one more thing, and it's crazy because in 3 weeks I will be harvesting bouquets. 3 weeks, okay? End of June. Sounds crazy, but I'm excited for it. Now we're in our dome, and I will show you the babes, the summer babes. So these were kind of in the shade. Do you see how they leaned over? Yeah, not their jam, but lots of zinnias, my floret zinnias that I saved last year because I killed a lot. So thank goodness I planted half of them. Zinnias, lots of cosmos, lots of marigolds, because I am going ham on them this year. And I'm gonna be doing lots of sunflowers. So this is a little video update. Once again, no rhyme, no reason. I call it disorganized chaos, but it's fine. So yeah, I would like to make a more structured video. I wanted to do one on like seed starting, but I haven't gotten to that because I've been so busy. I want to do one on the things that I've learned. So if anybody has any specific questions, that would give me some direction. I'm not a professional gardener, master gardener. I'm just a person that has been farming for about 4 years now. And obviously I do know a little bit of what I'm doing. So if anyone has any questions, I can choose from that and then make a more structured video. But yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll have flowers next time. Oh, wait. This is a big deal. I have a surprise coming in, but I won't show you guys till it's done. But this one, let me just hop and skip because this video is gonna be so dang long. Boom. A flower shed. It will be painted orange, okay? But this is gonna be my little flower studio. I'm very, very excited. It's a bit crazy in here, okay? So. Doesn't look like much. There's one teeny tiny rolling table, but it's a little 8 by 10. Gonna insulate it, put walls, gonna do some tile on the floor, gonna make some windows in it. But this here spot is gonna be my little work studio. So big deal on the farm. I'm so excited. Once we start doing all these projects, I will make more structured videos. But until then, enjoy my little chaos, and I'll see you guys next time. Say bye, Popo. And she goes, say bye. Bye, guys.